Right, containers. Obviously, this is a new thing that's come into the game. So, how do they work? Well, first off, you're going to need to buy a container. So you're going to find these in the shop menu under objects and their own category, containers. Now, if we go into there, we've got a few options. So it starts off with a 40-foot 12 meter. You can then have a 30-foot 9 meter. You can then have a 20-foot 6 meter. That's your three options. Now, depending on which one you go for, does seriously depend on what you do shortly. Now, you can also change the side. You can have lizard logistics, lizard forestry, and then just standard. And you can also change the color to any one of those on that palette. So I've gone and got myself a 40-foot container. Now, obviously, what goes in, so the 40-foot requires 12-meter logs. You need to specifically put those logs into that container. If you go for the 30-foot, you need to put 30-foot logs in, and then the 20-foot, obviously 20-foot logs go into there. If you put in different sizes, it does have an impact on the sale price, so just bear that in mind. Now also, you're going to need something to load it onto. You got this one here. So this is the Schwarzmüller Low Loader 3A. Now you need this one specifically because the containers snap to it. You got the option of spare wheel, yes or no underneath. And then you can change the main colour. Any one of those changes the main frame, and then the rim colour obviously changes the rims. Now you need to get one of these specifically for the containers. Now once you've got it on the back of a lorry, what you need to do is obviously change the length of the actual low loader itself. So if you do RB and right stick up and down, you can move that in and out. So if you've got a small container, you have it on the small one, and then obviously medium, and then you go for the full bolt large one like that. Fair enough. So obviously you're going to need to lift the container onto the back of the lorry. So we'll go into the new Manitou, because this with the pallet fork on the front fits in there nicely. So you just go up to it, slide it in. Oh no, dear, oh dear. Right, slow those down. There you are, slide in like that. Lift these containers up, no problem. So you come over. You haven't got to be that careful because it does snap into place, but you know, you can't just be well off either. So we'll position that in just like that. There, thereabouts, that'll do. So then you lower it down, then you pull out, and it snaps into place. Right, so we're all good to go. Now obviously you need to open up the back of this. So we come up to it there, you got left stick in, opens the doors up, and you can go in. You can load other stuff in if you really wanted to, but obviously this is going to be for logs. Now this is an auto load for logs. Oh, first time on console anyway. That is ace. Now to get this working, I've got 12-meter logs on the front of the Volvo L200. What you basically need to do is just get the front end in. Front end of the log just in the trailer, and it'll take it straight off the front. So we'll edge it in like that, just like that. So that's the first lot gone in, and we'll do the same with this one, slightly further back on the grab, mind you, but alright, we'll get it done. So we'll load it in. All you need to do is just get the front end in like that. So now we've loaded those in. We've now got in this trailer 5,614 litres of wood. So I've gone and got another log that's not quite 12 meters, and I'll show you what I mean. So we'll go and load that in like we did with the others. We'll lift it up a bit maybe. No, the other way. There you are. So you get that warning. The loaded log has the wrong length of the container. This reduces the sale price. Target 12 meters. So it even gives you the warning. So you do need to be careful on what you're doing, what logs you're putting in there. Obviously we've got 6,084 litres in there. So what we'll do, we'll close the door. So obviously you don't want the logs coming out whilst you're driving down the road. Now the sale point itself is up here, top of the map. Fair enough. We'll click on it even, container warehouse. Now you need to come over to this hatch marking area just there. So pull over and then it should automatically sell. Jobs are good. So we made 28 grand off of that. Now obviously it did sell the container as well, but you get part of the money back for it. So the money that you spent buying a container in the first place, you get reimbursed for it when you sell it off. So all you need to do now is just go back and get another container. Jobs are good. And that's the container. Now, the only place that you can sell stuff is at the container warehouse at the minute. Apparently, Giants are looking into it, but you can't use them for any other sell point. You can't use them on any other map or any production chain. So if you are going to use containers at the minute of recording this video, you can only sell them here. So just bear that in mind. But auto-loading logs, that is brilliant. So drop it in the comments below. Are you going to be using the auto-load container? Because this is ace. We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.